I hope you come up with a solution soon. People are getting nervous.
This ain't productive at all. Let's meet again and discuss the good and bad sides of both solutions. So it's all down to who's better at out-talking the other side, huh?
Are you sure about that experimental therapy?
Lena? Hey.
I found them. Our old photos. Talk about going back in time. There's one that might interest you. You're waving the shepherd's axe like some mad caveman. You look so chipper in it. I almost forgot how big that smile of yours can be.
Huh.
Made me wonder, you know, knowing what happened later. How little it took for us to go from those happy times to fighting with each other. One moment, you're smiling so broadly, holding that axe, and the next you're smashing it to pieces on our kitchen table.
Yeah, I know. And I really wish that never happened.
Of all the things I ever gave you, you had to bring this one up. Why? It was cheesy, it was worthless. And it brings back a whole lot of shitty memories.
Not in our alternative life, it doesn't. There's a reality where I didn't break the axe, and it brings back only good memories.
That's an impressive way you discovered for us to find closure. It's more than most couples get, I guess.
You bet.
You know I'm doing my best to support you in this crazy situation. I think I just have to protect my own sanity.
Of course.
Anyway, I'm sending you the photo. Hope it makes your alternative self happy.
He's a botanist, by the way. The one who didn't divorce you, he became a botanist.
Oh, all right. Why are you telling me that?
I thought you might find it interesting. He said that in his life you were supposed to go on this mission, but he had to take your place.
Where is this going, Jan?
You're right. It's not going anywhere sensible.
Jan, are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the photo. It means a lot to me. Really.
Okay. Just please stay focused on getting back. Don't let these illusions of your other lives distract you too much.
Right. Thanks. Talk later.
Hey, man. I want to talk to you.
So, how about those leadership skills of mine? You kept your word about the radiation protection. Doesn't mean the end of our problems, but at least you've learned something. Like what? That you can win people's trust by showing them you care, instead of imposing authority like a brute. Sounds like a good method. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction. Sure, just don't go astray. The Union is watching. They're running out of storage space, you know? All done. Should I take care of this now? All done. Should I take care of this now? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? Without resources. Should I move on to this now? got enough resources. Should I do work there instead? I'm done here. Should I do this now? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? I finish my tasks. Want me to take care of this now? Down here. Should I help with this now? I'm done here. Should I do this now? I'm done here. Should I do this now?
So, let's hear it. What do you have to say against the solution suggested by Lena?
No, damn it! This isn't something I can politely analyze on a fucking whiteboard. I'm out.
Huh. Took him longer than I expected. I guess discussing this is out of the question.
Hey there. Got something for you. The shepherd's axe you wanted to see so much?
Wait, I thought you said you didn't have it.
I didn't. But I recreated it for you.
Wow. That's amazing. It looks same. How did you remember all those details?
I got my hands on a photo of it.
Really? How?
I asked Lena, and she sent it to me.
Oh. Did you, tell her what you needed it for?
Yes. She knows about you.
Really? You told her? And, how did she react? Was she curious? Or afraid? Damn, I hope it didn't scare her.
Oh, please. Can't you just enjoy your gift?
Yeah, right. I guess I didn't even thank you properly.
No problem.
It's such a pickle. There's only one Lena and two of us. And two shepherd's axes.
And let's leave it at that.
Sure. Thanks again. It means a lot to me. Must have seemed silly to you. A guy who's missing his unborn child suddenly fixates on a toy axe. But suddenly this has become something other than a souvenir from a non-existent life. It's become a token of our friendship. Here and now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. No problem. Hey man, what's with the long face? Don't worry about it. Why not? Come on. What usually cheers you up? I don't know, man. Maybe catching up with someone I helped. Being appreciated for my efforts. In that case, why don't you tell me about some of your good deeds over a beer? Well, I wouldn't want to breach anyone's right to privacy, but I may have a story or two for you, yeah. Hey man, I noticed you've been down lately. Well, nobody can be happy all the time. No, but I'd like to help. What do you normally do to feel better? I have a pile of books that always help me set my mind to something pleasant. Ironic as it may be, some of my favorite stories take place on distant planets. The best books have a happy ending, and I like to think our story would make a decent book. Yeah, maybe you're right. We're not doing that bad. So, did you manage to recreate your lost research?
Yes, I did. I was worried I wouldn't remember everything correctly, but amazingly, it was all still there. Neatly aligned and perfectly organized in my head. Almost reminded me of how Father made us arrange our toys when we were a kid.
Oh man, I hated that.
So did I. Remember running home from school in panic in case he came home early and saw the mess in our room?
Yep. How many times do I have to tell you that chemistry set cost half my paycheck? Why is it scattered all over the floor?
That chemistry set was my favorite.
Till Dad just threw it away to punish us for not tidying it up.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I retrieved my research nicely. Job done.
Well done.
Thank you. And thanks for helping me get it done. You'll be happy to learn that there's something for you in it too.
Really? What?
Listen to this. While I was reconstructing my equations, I realized that by tweaking a parameter or two, my method can also be applied to something we are using on a daily basis on this very mission. The Rad Shield filters. In light of my findings, we can manufacture them in a much more efficient way. It's remarkable. Because theoretically, I had all the necessary knowledge in my head, but I had to backtrack my line of thinking to unblock it.
Wow. What can I say? The inventor's mind works in mysterious ways.
It sure does. And you know what? Suddenly, I feel much more confident about facing our other challenges. Let's take this bull by the horns.
Hey, so... I'm guessing you received instructions from Lena about an alternative solution to our problem. I want you to know that I have those implants ready.
A nanoparticle treatment, yes, that's smart. But the device itself, highly questionable. It would mean exposing us to Ally Corp. It would mean Ally Corp professionals supervising your treatment. You do have faith in their scientists, right? Actually, if I had faith in them, I wouldn't be on this mission. I volunteered because they were making a mess of my inventions. Look, I can clearly see why Lena tucked you into this. She has no idea what's going on here. We're just an abstract problem for her. But on an empirical level, I'm not so sure it's a good idea.
Honestly, I have doubts too.
Understandably so. We'd be giving them access to our brains. And I'm not really keen on doing that, especially considering we have other options. What if it concerned you? Would you inject a tracking device for convicts into your own brain?
If the only other way was to sacrifice another being, yes.
I'd be willing to take the risk. Very noble. But it's a choice you can only make for yourself, not for others. So, you think we should go ahead with Tabula Rasa? All I'm saying is that you should decide responsibly, with the potential consequences for all of us in mind.
I'm pretty sure I want to go ahead with these implants.
Your conviction is rash, but I'm putting the mission first. So, if it really is your final decision, I'll follow through. You should be prepared to face less civilized reactions than mine, though.
Leave that to me.
Still, I won't be able to start the treatment at once. I'm not an expert on nanoparticle meds, but I do know we need to give the healing agent time to mature before it can be used.
How much time?
3 days, according to the instructions from Lena. But we can't linger more than that. Once it's ready, we'll need to call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody.
Okay, good. Let's go for it then. finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now?
About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider. I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now? I'm blocked here. Not enough resources. Should I do work there instead?
Hi, Lucas.
Jan, how's it going?
Oh, I built another Ark. I'm planning to bring quite a lot of Rapidium with me.
Man, that's just amazing. This is really gonna change the world. I mean, look, I don't want you to think I'm naive, Jan. I know most of the Rapidium will be gobbled up by the Big Six, but sometimes a little is enough to give people hope. I remember when Mother left us. Did I tell you she left when we were kids?
I don't think you did. No.
Yeah, well, I was 10. You know what my strongest memory is of that day? Grandma baking a cake for the lot of us. And telling us that we'd be all right.
Strong woman.
It was just a cake. But that day, it gave me hope. And that hope kept me alive. Your excess Rapidium is like that cake, Jan.
I'm sorry about your mom. My mother passed away when I was young. So, I know what it means to lose someone you love.
Thanks. You know, I owe you something. Last time when I told you about Maxwell, I left out one thing.
Okay.
That accident his friend died in, it was Maxwell's fault. He's the one who'd been drunk driving.
What the hell? How come they didn't lock him up?
Yeah, there were some mitigating factors. You see, they'd been spending the weekend in a mountain lodge. Remote place, having some drinks in the evening, when suddenly, his friend had a stroke. Maxwell called for the ambulance, but they told him it could take a while. And there was a big risk that it would be too late. But his own car was right there, on the driveway. I mean, what would you have done?
Someone with a stroke can't wait. Every minute counts. I'd risk it and go.
And you'd have to live with the consequences for the rest of your life. Like Maxwell. There was another car involved in the accident. The driver of that car, a young woman. She got disabled for life. Never walked again. And Maxwell's friend didn't make it.
Damn.
Yeah. That night, Maxwell made a decision that never stopped haunting him.
What if he had waited for the ambulance? Would his friend still be alive? That woman would certainly be all right.
Or maybe it was the right decision to drive, but he should have gone slower. He became obsessed with these questions. As a scientist, he wanted answers, and he sacrificed everything. His family, his academic reputation, and peace of mind to look for a way to find them. Not just for himself, but for science and the progress of humanity.
I understand his reasons so much more now.
I know. I guess that's why I wanted to share this story with you. Whatever you think of it, here you have it. The genesis of Project Gila.
Damn. Quite a story.
Yeah. It's been a while since I talked to someone like this. It's lonely up on this station.
I bet it does. And I can promise you I'll do my best to get more Rapidium.
Wow. That would be awesome, Jan. I have to say, I'm really glad it's you, you know, down there. Not everyone would be so ambitious.
Right. You know what?
Yeah?
Maybe try less of the sweet talk. You really suck at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. In that case, I guess, good luck, Jan. L7 out.
About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider. About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider.
In the case of such events, please refer to the SABA evacuation.
I can see you're uncomfortable. Anxious.
Aren't you? The circumstances are far from comfortable.
Huh. Hard to disagree. I wish I could help. Work is the bestest.
You...
I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now? Looks like we're ready to move on.
Really? Now? You're not seriously suggesting we head out into that big, hostile cloud of sand with everyone basically on the verge of death? We have no idea what's in store for us, or if there'll be any resources out there. No way this base is moving without a fully healthy crew. Another lovely day with a brain mutation. Nice to themselves.
The secret is in the amount of filling you put in. You don't want it to touch the rim or else the little devil won't stick. So when in doubt, just add less filling and you'll be fine. We're making progress with those towers.
There's gotta be another way.
That alien thing is inside one of us, damn it. We gotta test our blood with the pathogen to figure out who before it feeds again.
Really, all horrors are the same.
No reaction. You're clean.
What about you, Quay? Where were you when Martinez was attacked?
I was burying my wife.
Oh, God.
Nothing. Sherman, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great idea. Feels a little unsanitary to me.
It's the only way. None of us are safe until we find out who's infected.
Really? It's the only way?
Kinda gotta agree with Sherman here, guys. Not sure about this whole test thing.
Sherman's just stalling because he's afraid of what we'll find.
Oh, right. You think maybe he's the alien?
Nuh-uh. I'm just not jumping at the opportunity to cut my hand with a reused knife.
You just sterilized it.
He just waved a bic in front of it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, not very thorough. Maybe we skip this.
I could give you some of my blood. Just give me some dental floss. I bleed every time.
You can't combine the blood with spit. It'll contaminate the sample, Sherman.
Okay, but we can use a rusty blade covered in everybody else's
It's getting
blood.
scary.
Oh.
The more you refuse, the more we know it's you.
Oh, that's kind of a good point. Makes you seem like an alien.
No, it's not me. It's the principle of the thing. What if I do give my blood and it does react because of some problem with your pathogen test? How do we know it's even accurate?
He has a good point. Yeah, how do we know it's even accurate? Maybe the test isn't that good.
My wife developed that test right before she was killed. She gave it to me with her last breaths.
And I'm sorry that that happened. All of us have lost somebody up here, but also, you know, she's not around. So we're gonna just take her word for it, not mine?
Seems kind of hypocritical.
How do we even know it's an alien thing to begin with, huh? I mean, sure, we can't find that mysterious embryo we mined from the core of the meteorite, but did we really check everywhere? Look at this place. There's like a ton of, like, as everybody looked in every nook and cranny, right?
Right, and even if it is an alien, how do we know it's not nice? Maybe it's a super nice alien, maybe it just was a little grumpy because it got woken up after 30,000 years, and it happens to subsist on human flesh, but that's not anything personal, that's just like out of necessity, so it could be really nice.
Right, it could be nice. Did we even think about that? Or are we too busy coming up with some gross blood test thingy because we can't deal with our control issue?
Enough! I'm gonna get that blood. I don't care if it's from your thumb or from your goddamn throat.
Hey, whoa, hey, hang on.
Out of my way. I know what an alien life form looks like when I see it.
Do you? Or did you just forget what a friend looks like? Guys! Come on, I mean, this week has been crazy. I mean, I saw a guy dragged by his large intestines. I saw the captain's head get blown off. Clean off her body. It's been nuts. You know what else I saw? I saw Kara help Martinez figure out the Wi-Fi. I saw Richards dominate at Codenames. Sky 4? Are you kidding me? I saw Quay help me, the one last-minute transfer that nobody else knew or had any reason to trust, feel welcome and at home no matter where I originally came from. Guys, we're a team.
That's ridiculously
You know, at
amusing.
the end of the day, does it really matter which one of us is the alien? What matters is that we're all together. Right? Right, Richard? So what do you say? Shake hands?
Love you, man.
What? Sherman was the alien? He always seemed so nice. He never said anything to me about my weird skin, eye, and voice condition. Honestly, there was a moment there where I thought I might be the alien. My skin thing's been acting up. I don't know if anybody noticed.
That's your self-worth issue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not real.
It's honestly like I have this body dysmorphia thing where I see my face and I go like, maybe I'm an alien, but...
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Tension is becoming dangerous.
Hey there. How are you? Still feeling confident about things?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You sure? That didn't sound very convincing.
No, it's just that I thought I'd be more happy about completing that old research of mine. But the more I think about it, the less reasons I have to celebrate.
What now?
What I mean is, it's a big success, but so what? Even if I do make it back alive, no one will ever know who's behind it.
Why not? We can tell them.
Tell them what? Surely you don't think anyone will let me be a part of society like a normal human being. Publicly, I won't even exist.
But you will live through your work. And what can be more rewarding for an inventor?
Being recognized for his input. But in this world, You are the one who will get recognition for what I achieve, because you are Jan Dolsky.
Does it really make such a difference? I mean, we're both Jan Dolsky.
It makes a difference to me. Look at us. We are two completely different people.
Are we? What if I shaved off my mustache and wore glasses?
We'd be identical. No, we wouldn't. Even if you learned all that I know and started living my life, you would never be me. You see, I don't need the world to remember my name. I want it to acknowledge my distinctive existence. And I need to know that if I'm gone, you'll take care of it.
I will. I'll tell the world the whole truth about who you were, how special you were.
The truth.
Yes.
Mom always said it's the best solution when you don't know what to do. Your loyalty means a lot to me, but I'm afraid that's not a viable option. You'll just be taken for someone who lost his sanity while stranded all alone in space.
Hey, you know what? I have an idea.
What if we publish your research anonymously? And that will grant me recognition. How exactly? It will do so much more than that. It will make you legendary. Imagine the whole academic community trying to guess the identity of the mysterious author, analyzing the footnotes for clues. Imagine the headlines, man. Yes. Who is the prodigy behind this unexpected breakthrough in nanotech? Sounds good. I have to say, it does.
So, you like the idea?
Do I like it? It's smart, simple, and I don't think anyone's ever done it before. Thank you for suggesting it. Who would have thought I'd be so excited about staying in the shade? Okay, people, I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition.
Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it. I hope we're not trusting anyone from the corporation.
We can use neural implants. It's a safe and efficient solution, but there is a risk, a high risk, in fact, that the corporation will find out about your existence.
What? No fucking way!
Well, maybe it's time to man up and confront them about it.
Who said it's a bad thing if they find out? I mean, they're humans too. I don't believe they'll just dispose of us in cold blood.
We haven't done anything wrong. Why should we be afraid?
We are doing it. That's my decision. Oh, so you've decided for us, without even giving us an alternative.
What's the alternative? Slicing up Tabula Rasa's brain while he's alive?
It's a good decision, Jan. I'm willing to take the risk. Are you fucking crazy? Anything is better than letting the corporation mess with our heads. I, for one, feel relieved. If there's any other way than treating a human being like a vessel, we should explore it.
Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale.
Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess. The branching was, from the start, it was, Make way for the doctor.
Is he unconscious?
He's breathing. Get him some water.
It's getting worse. We need a cure now. What's your call?
I'm putting my money on Lena's idea.
Good. I'll gather everyone and inject the neural implants in their heads. Let's hope this works. All right, let's see. This should go here, and... Are you okay? I think so. At least it's not causing me any physical discomfort. And it looks like it didn't kill me. Maybe I underestimated Lena. Great. Maybe in time you'll just be able to forget about it. What's done is done. All that matters now is whether we can continue our mission safely. Time to get the others, I suppose. I'll leave you to it.
I go there instead?
Hey man, good to see you back on your feet.
Oh, I feel much better, don't worry. I like Corp Medical's taking good care of me. And when I'm no longer needed, they have a way to put me down quietly now, right?
I decided to choose the more ethical way I thought you'd approve.
You traded us over to Ally Corp. How is that ethical? I thought we had urgent work to do. Why don't we just do it?
Hey, I know you were against it, but in the end, I decided to trust Lena's solution.
I am never gonna let them stick their dirty fingers in my brain. You hear? Never.
Hey, how do you feel after the procedure? I feel relieved. Now that the choice is made, we can get back to doing our jobs and hope for the best. A clear conscience means peace of mind. Whatever comes next, I'm sure you won't regret it. So, how do you feel after the procedure?
I feel much better. Those ghastly headaches are gone. It's amazing what Lena did. I mean, she basically cured us from light years away. Whatever happens, everything will be fine. I just know it.
Hey, how'd it go with the treatment?
Good, I suppose. The trick is not to think about it too much. As for the results, well, we'll have to wait, but I guess it's in the hands of Ally Corp Medical now.
You did a great job. It was Lena's idea, but I couldn't have pulled it off without you.
Yeah, thanks. I guess we're not such a bad team after all, me and her. But, just as I expected, not everyone was willing to cooperate.
What do you mean?
The worker. He refused to let me jab him. And I didn't want to do anything against his will, not without instructions from you.
Instructions? What instructions?
Well, it was your call to use the implants, even though you knew he was against them. So, it's your call how to handle the situation now.
Is it even possible to force him? I mean, how would we do it? Tie him up or what?
Well, maybe it wouldn't have to be so drastic. That jab isn't more painful than a mosquito bite. And mosquitoes often bite people in their sleep, if you know what I mean.
Are you suggesting we inject the implant while he's unaware?
That would be low. No, I can't betray his trust like that. Well then, that leaves us with no choice but to allow the worker to succumb to the laws of natural selection.
Fine. In that case, let him have his way. He's a grown man. He can decide for himself. There's nothing more we can do for him.
If you say so. I don't see much sense in it, but let it be.
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
Much better. I went back to my workout today, and it felt great.
I'm a little worried about how the corporation's gonna react to us, though.
It was a risk we had to take.
Yeah, and it was the more ethical choice. You had the balls to do the right thing, and I'm proud of you, man. So, how are you feeling?
I never thought I'd feel like a cyberpunk clown. Fuck!
We're in good hands. Everything will be fine.
Honestly, I don't really feel it. We will be fine, right?
So, how are you feeling?
I never thought I'd feel like a cyberpunk clown.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over. What happened? Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything? Please. What next? Can you ask me about my name and role on this mission? Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest. Careful. You took a heavy blow there. Yeah. I remember the technician. But why? Did he attack me? Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the tour vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert. Took off? With our supplies, and you just stood and watched? No, I was busy fighting for your life. That blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Madrigal in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over. Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adrical. Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth. Wait. How did you find out? From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. Of course, it would have been much quicker if the botanist had told me. But I guess he was too busy despairing about our situation in his cabin. You talked to Lena? Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died. Did you tell her about everything that happened here? Why shouldn't I? She wanted to know what's going on, and you were flatlining. There was no time for playing kiddie games. Shit. Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost. We're lost? The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense. Is there no good news at all? I mean, we're closer to the finish line, right? We just need to figure out how to get out of the storm. Sure, easy as that. Just so you know, we have been trying. With all the time we've lost, I'd say we're one mistake away from failing the mission and getting stuck here for good. We need to stop drifting aimlessly, pick a direction, and this time, it needs to be a flawless choice. Flawless. I'm glad you see the problem. Okay, so what do we do? I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not superhuman, you know. How am I supposed to suddenly know what to do? Well, superhuman or not, you're still gonna have to bite the bullet. Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about? I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth. Okay, what's in them? What are you not telling me? Just listen for yourself.
message for Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B. My name is Agatha Wilson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Ally Corp, your employer. I have received some very unfortunate news about your mission. I do hope you realize it is vital that we speak without delay, so as to clear up any possible misunderstandings. Otherwise, the board will have to qualify your actions as purposefully subversive. I cannot keep them hoping it is not the case for much longer. Please don't let me down, and get back to me immediately.
What the fuck, Jan? What the fuck? They know everything. The board. But I thought we were... I thought we had each other's backs. That is some deep, deep shit you got Maxwell into. Do you even realize what you've done? Stabbing him in the back like that? Without any warning after everything he's done for you? Me? This is my last call. They've decided to cut me off. I won't be able to talk to anyone, do anything. Not until someone comes for me. All I do is sit here in this tin can and wait. Well done, bro. You know, I thought you'd have the guts to face me, but no. At least, I hope at least, you don't fuck things up with Rubidium. And that you bring enough for those bastards to share with others. But maybe I'm naive to think you care about such things.
Jan, I called and... shit. One of those altars of yours picked up. I know you're recovering from a fight or something? I don't know much more. He was unnerving. This is strange. Look, I know I promised to keep your altars a secret, but I talked to Vin. Dr. Paulson, the colleague I told you, was helping me out with those implants for you. And he convinced me that it would be a big mistake not to tell anybody. Out there, it might seem like you're making the right decisions, but from the outside, I mean, it's not looking good. Is it true that some of them went rogue and sabotaged your mission? I mean, shit. Are they dangerous? Maybe curing them was not such a good idea after all. I don't know. I'm really confused right now.
Find me when you're done with those calls. A bong?
Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought.
Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to, but we need decisions fast. What's the plan?
The plan is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet.
I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. I knew that navigation system inside out. We'll be fine without him. That's what I'm counting on. Because we can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives. You've decided to trust the corporation. We implanted their tech in our heads, losing a part of the team in the process. I'd hate to know it was all for nothing.
I did what I thought was right. Using tabula rasa was not an option, but it looks like doing right by your conscience doesn't always mean doing right by others. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain.
No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one.
What do you mean?
Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No. It was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role.
You're right. It's kind of liberating, knowing that there was simply no way to be good at this.
Oh, well, this actually got me thinking about something.
What?
That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC, his old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way to manipulate the consciousness of an existing person.
You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that?
Oh, I agree it could be dangerous, but well, you said it yourself. There might not be another way.
Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan?
It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and improvise.
Testing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards.
Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base.
It's a relief to see you stayed. Of course. I'm not afraid of being exposed to the corporation. But I am concerned about the raging storm outside. Nothing's working, Jan. There's no help in sight. Why are we even here?
Good to see you in the base, buddy. Likewise, man. We thought we'd lost you there. Tell me you know how to get us out of this mess. We need supplies fast. We won't hold out much longer. So, you stayed. I appreciate that.
And you're awake, at last. You'd better think of something quick. We're nowhere near finding our way out of this sandstorm.
All right, I'm activating the procedure. Any last words?
Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about it? Oh, right. My God.
Is it over?
Hello? Anybody here?
Base has stopped. I should check outside. almost there. Wait. Am I losing my mind? Damn it. What was that? Hey, is that a baby? What's going on here? I recognize this.
You're no good. You hear that? No good! I hate filthy
Maybe you should have run faster. What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing here? I am you, Jan. Just different. Am I dead? No. You're just lost in the desert, remember? Where am I? Still in the base, or somewhere else? You're right here. Where else would you be? The better question is, why are you here? I just wanted to find a way out. I thought that maybe if I changed... Changed? You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that? I'm not my father. Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything. I wasn't waiting for a miracle. I chose to turn to science. That's a huge difference. Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do?
My choices are real. My alters are proof
of that. Hey, wait, how?
How do you know what I'm going to say? Cut it out.
Cut it out. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told you, I'm you. It breaks my heart to see you so absorbed in that whole what-if business. Using your alters to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that? I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path. She's gone, Jan. She always was. There was never anything you could have done. Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy. Lana, is that you?
Stay.
wrong with me?
It's over.
Don't go. Wait.
I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
Lena, you again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop. In that big round base of yours.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your alters. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average warring Yondolski?
Maybe. Too bad they don't exist. They never had to face real problems, real life. I did.
Did you? Can you even tell what's real? How many times did you wonder that maybe you're not the original Jan? That there had to be someone else, a version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of his father's love.
What a ridiculous thought.
No more ridiculous than the other thoughts you've had about yourself. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Please, don't go! What the fuck? No! Where are you going? Hey, you. I'm sorry.
They were dead before you got to them.
did I survive, not any one of them?
Someone had to.
All this time, and I Still don't understand what happened.
I'm sure you have some smart theories up your sleeve. Go ahead. Hit me.
Maybe there was no reason at all. It was just an accident. Like most things.
Maybe it was. You see, I think that deep down, you know what happened. The answers were always there, in front of you. But instead of piecing them together, you preferred to look away.
What answers? What are you talking about?
You know there was an oxygen leak during the landing. You got that information. And you also know what the quantum computer is, how it operates, what its main purpose is.
To optimize decisions.
That's right. Its role is to ensure the success of the mission no matter what. And it looks like in the face of an emergency, it had to do just that. There was only enough oxygen for one person to survive. And the QC had to calculate the probability, as it always does, who should receive that life-saving breath. No judgment, no reading tea leaves, just pure data analysis to give the answer to one simple question. Who had the biggest chances of completing the mission?
And it was?
Yes. The math pointed to you.
How do you know all this?
Because you know it. You always did. But you were so focused on your mistakes.
Because I feel that I can learn from them. And figuring out how to avoid bad choices.
What is a bad choice, really? You feel you could have made a lot of different decisions in your life, but without those choices, good or bad, you wouldn't be who you are. The person with the best chance to pull it off. Maybe it's not you who needs to change, but your perspective. Mistakes can have good consequences too, you know.
Like what? Letting my ultras split?
Maybe. Conflicts can open new, unexpected paths.
What do you mean?
Find and follow your disobedient side. You've spent a lot of time on this planet escaping the sun, facing the darkness. Maybe it's time you started looking through the darkness and notice the light.
Light? What light? Hey.
Brother? Looks like I'm back.
It does. And you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program.
No. I think you did everything right.
So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change?
Yeah, to be honest. Everything's different. Just not the way I expected.
So, what happened?
I met myself. Another one? No, not like you. He was me, but he knew things. Things I probably always knew, but didn't see somehow.
It's called the subconscious, Jan.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting.
I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here?
Yeah. We should look for the rebels.
The rebels? Do you really believe they're still alive?
My subconscious seems to believe it. Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base. He said something about noticing the light. That make any sense to you?
The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light?
Doesn't the tur emit any light?
Probably. But in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything, even if we had the most high-end...
Wait a minute. What? Tell me.
Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interferences in electromagnetic wavelength. And that means if there was a source of artificial light somewhere nearby, the sensors could be able to locate it.
And follow it.
Right. If the technician really did find a way through the storm, and the tur vehicle is not too far away, it could be worth a try. Your subconscious might actually be a genius.
Well, you never doubted that, did you?
We're out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked.
Our idea?
Yes. We brainstormed, didn't we?
Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle?
We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.
Long day, huh? Hello? This is Jan Dolsky.
Yeah, you're alive. Thank goodness. we'd lost hope completely. Now, let's get you out of there. I want a full rundown of the situation.
There was a sandstorm and all kinds of trouble. But I'm back online, and I think I'm finally at my destination. Are you in charge of the rescue now?
Yes, I am. Dr. Maxwell will not be a problem anymore. He's been discharged from his duties with immediate effect.
What about Lucas?
Mr. Pena displayed a reprehensible lack of loyalty to his employer, and he will suffer the consequences. For the time being, we've cut all communications with his station. A replacement is on the way. Of course, he'd been Maxwell's close associate for a long time. We could have predicted that if one goes astray, the other would follow. In a way, I can imagine how dealing with both of them might have had a seductive effect on you. But personally, I have to say, it breaks my heart that you let them pull you into that lunacy.
Maxwell saved my life. Without his help, there'd be no Rapidium for you to retrieve.
Let's leave those explanations, feasible or not, for later. The details of your mission will be subject to a thorough investigation, and I'm sure you'll get a chance to speak up for yourself. You should know, however, that Dr. Maxwell was trying to use you and the success of your mission to revive a regrettable procedure.
Really? Or maybe it was simply too unorthodox for the corporation?
No, of course. He probably presented himself to you as a benevolent protector of humanity. I'm sure he never told you the truth about why we shut down his hideous experiments.
He and Lucas shared a theory about it.
Let me guess. Was it a heart-wrenching tale of how the corporation didn't acknowledge a true genius?
Can you just tell me your version?
It's not a version. It's what actually happened. Facts easily verifiable, if you ever had the need to do it. Of course, the details of the case have never been disclosed to the public. No wonder. It would make the company look very bad if it ever got out.
So what happened?
One of Maxwell's test subjects, a soldier, ran away from his lab and committed suicide in one of our offices. Although the word suicide doesn't quite give the act proper justice, he basically ripped himself to pieces with his bare hands. People were watching. Security cameras caught it. Otherwise, I would never have believed it.
What? But why?
Exactly. Why? Turns out there was a lot going on in Maxwell's lab we didn't know about. He altered people's minds as if they were machines. Made them switch personalities. Enforced inconsistent memories on them, only to erase them and try again. Every time, the procedure left a trace in those soldiers' minds. Left them more and more confused about who they are. His documentation revealed horrendous things. Records of overlapping flashes from contradictory realities. Nightmares, panic attacks, identity disorders. None of it ever reported by Maxwell. He kept the truth hidden so that he could continue his work, no matter what the cost. Driven by some irrational obsession to enhance the human cognitive system.
Wait, so why the hell is he still working for you? Shouldn't he have faced trial for all that?
Of course he should, in a perfect world. But when the stakes are high, nothing's simple, Jan. If you've spent years building a company's reputation, you cannot afford to lose it overnight because of one rogue individual. Trust me. The situation was handled with utmost delicacy. The veterans were placed in mental health institutions, where they received professional help, and their families received fair compensation.
Maxwell got demoted to mining ops.
Apparently, that was not enough to contain him. Given the first chance, he decided to resurrect his project without permission. With you as his unknowing assistant.
That's just sheer madness, and to think he tried to convince me to trust him. I'm so glad I didn't.
He convinced you into enough wrongdoing. Creating those copies of yourself. It is a prohibited act, both by law and the rules of bioethics. But I know you were coaxed to do it. And whatever your true motives, it did help you secure Rapidium. That's why I am giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Forget about Maxwell. Wipe the slate clean. From now on, you're to follow my instructions closely. Mine and only mine. And we'll have no secrets from each other anymore. Do we have a deal?
Just get me out of here.
Of course. I'll need you to do two things for me. One, construct a beacon for the rescue ship, so that they can locate you precisely.
And two?
Two is a little more complicated. You see, the rescue team cannot find out about your alters, as you call them.
What? Why?
Safety reasons. You know how it is. The more pairs of eyes see them, the more mouths will need to be controlled. And if the public is to be informed about this byproduct of your mission, it is best that it happens by means of an official corporate communication channel. It's enough that your ex-wife knows, and now, also Dr. Paulson, it seems.
Paulson? Who is this guy anyway?
One of our top bioengineers. Don't ask me how Lena managed to get him involved in curing those creations of yours.
I never asked for that.
Don't worry. We'll keep them both out of the way during your trial. But trust me, it's better for everyone if no more people find out. So, you'll have to smuggle your alters onto the ship somehow.
How am I supposed to do that?
Remember, the rescue team will be fully committed to retrieving Rapidium. They do not expect to find anyone other than you down there. So all you need to do is be smart about it and use their distraction to your advantage. Fail to fulfill those conditions and I cannot guarantee the safety of your companions.
Seriously?
I've received information about the time of the rescue ship's arrival. They will land just before the sun rises on your planet. So, it will need to be a swift and well-organized boarding procedure. I'll contact you again shortly before they arrive. Start with setting up that beacon. And let's make history together, Jan.
I was wondering, aren't we getting any signal from the tour vehicle? We are, but it's ambiguous and very faint. It seems to be close by, but I'm unable to establish its exact location. So, you'll need to find it on your own. Fine. I'll take a look around. Good. We don't really know why we were lured here. Lured? You don't mean... Look. It's the technician we're talking about. An unstable, frustrated, resentful version of us. Whatever survival strategy he's boiled up, we'd better have the heads up. The only way to guarantee that is to locate that vehicle. Maybe they left some analog tracks? Just be careful. I should look for the rebels.